morning. I'm Dave Fankhauser. I hope you're doing okay. It's a great day. It's a beautiful day in East Tennessee. It always is a beautiful day. Even when it's raining, it's pretty because of the fog that lays on the mountains like blankets. It's just so gorgeous. People I see every day come here and they're looking at the beauty of our environment and just fall in love with it. They just are awestruck by how different it is than some places where they currently live, wherever that may be. Anyway, today, as you can see, I'm in a shop. It happens to be my shop, and it's a dirty shop. I like to do projects. I'm always involved in doing something, fixing whatever it is, or creating something. I just like to do that. And I got a ton of tools, and I have all kinds of dirty things around, but I like a dirty shop because I don't have to worry too much about cleaning it for the next project other than moving stuff around. And I do enjoy it. I've always enjoyed that. As a kid, I bought a snap-on wrench when I was really young. Didn't have much money, but that was just something I could do to get started with mechanical work. So anyway, I do a little bit of woodwork, and there's so many good woodworkers and mechanics in the area. I don't even come close to them, but I still try. Anyway, today it's about faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. We happen to be in a time in which we can believe anything we want. We are fortunate in the United States that we can believe something, but it's something different to do, just believe it. It's another thing to do something about it. So that's where the works part comes in. Faith without works is dead. So in my situation, I was looking at what are we going to do to get money into our small rural communities. And after 23 years, I could see it continue to slip away. And it was going off to Wall Street in Washington, and you've probably heard me say that before. So I've been trying to figure out, well, how do we get it back? And I thought, well, maybe we could come up with a new way, and I've titled sort of Democracy and Money, and that's to create a process for our small bank community to grow again and do investments that the owners of the savings and whatnot that are put into the investments in the community actually earn a substantial portion of the income from it. So that's my thought. Well, how did I even get any further with it than that? Other than to think about it, I thought, well, maybe I should be running for a political office. So I interviewed the Republican and the Democratic parties to find out what they would want from me as a candidate. And I found out what they wanted me to do, of course, was to speak the party line. Well, I really wasn't so sure about that because there were things that I liked about the Republican Party. I happen to be a conservative. And I like to grow businesses, obviously, because I want to see that our small communities succeed. But then what I could also see was that the Republican Party was in many ways tied into the big business, like the big oil companies and big pharmaceuticals, and also the big internet outfits. Because we look at today at what Google and Facebook have done to stop free speech, because they don't happen to like someone's political agenda that might be conservative, and I think that's wrong. And they also, Big Pharma has now they've given $218 million to political candidates. Well, when they give that much money to political candidates, guess what the pharmaceuticals want from the politicians? They want them to line up to their vote and their money. And what they want is government health care, and what they want is to be able to sell their drugs to the U.S. government through us, and we pay for it, and do so without competition. And I find that wrong. I don't think that's what democracy is about. The power should be in the people. It should not be in big pharma, and it shouldn't be in big internet, and it shouldn't be in big oil. So in that regard, I can't line up with all of the party line stuff with the Republicans. And then on the other side, the Democrats think that what we're supposed to do is do globalization and send all our jobs off to some other foreign country because we're trying to make a one world government. Well, I'm not on board with that either. So the only option I had was to think about running as an independent. Well, as an independent, I could represent you. That's what I was after. I wanted to represent the people that live here in this community. I didn't want to represent a political party. I didn't want to represent someone that was going to tell me this is what I'm supposed to do in the voting chambers of the state, and told this is what we need for this vote to get through, when it might be unconscionable to me and it might not be palatable to the people that live in the community. I hope you understand. I'm sure you do, because it's common sense. You know, I'm all about common sense. I think that's the PhD part of of living here is there's so many people that have common sense, and I just watch all of us just sort of shrug our shoulders and say, what on earth are they thinking? How can they think we're so stupid to believe that stuff? Well, anyway, I'm running for the state legislature, the 23rd district, and the most important thing about faith in works for you, or faith without works is dead, is your works part is to vote. That's why I'm running for office. Is I would love your vote. I really would. There's another candidate. He's a Republican, and I actually think he's a wonderful guy. However, I also think that what I am running for is to help stop this money leak that we've got going on toward Washington and Wall Street, and I think I've got a little more capacity in that regard to help make that happen. I'm not bragging. I don't know whether I can do it. I'm going to give it a shot. That's why I'm running, and so if you don't mind, I would really love your vote. I would appreciate that. So have a great day, and I'll be talking with you soon. Thank you.